Alright, so Lil Wayne dropped his new album, The Carter 5, September 28th. It has 23 songs and it runs for 1 hour and 28 minutes. The album cover, we see a blurred out background, and in the foreground, we see Lil Wayne as a child with his mother. And based off of this cover, I'm guessing that the album is going to be introspective. It may speak upon things maybe that he experienced as a child, all the way up until today in his life. So pretty interesting cover. Anyways, moving on. Standouts, we have track 2, Don't Cry, featuring Triple X Tentacion. He says, I am not number 1, it's true, I'm number 92782, which is basically his birth date. Got to lose a life just to have a life, but if heaven's as good as advertised, I want a triple extension on my motherfucking afterlife. Rest in paradise. And basically that's a play on words of Triple X, who unfortunately passed away earlier in the year. And he was able to get him on this song before he passed, which I thought was a good look. And then we have for track 5, Let It Fly, featuring Travis Scott. On his record, Wayne says, what's on your mind, put the pistol to your mind, blow your mind. Tunchi Tuna Lunatic, my Goonie Goons a Goonie is run inside your room and kill you and who you rooming with. And throughout this whole song, he's basically rhyming like the same word maybe 3 or 4 times within the same sentence, which is crazy. It shows Wayne's wordplay and his creativity with rhyming. And then we have Can't Be Broken. Wayne discusses his resolve and unwillingness to be broken by the system and society in general. We have Dark Side of the Moon featuring Nicki Minaj. Wayne says, we hide amongst the clouds, then we pardon the enigma. High above the ground, but I'm under her charisma. Her sound is in surround when I'm in her solar system. So basically this entire song uses like planetary euphemisms in regards to love and whatnot. He says, I'm under her charisma, or I'm under her spell. Her sound is in surround when I'm in her solar system. So the sound he's referring to, I'm pretty sure, is her climax and harmony when he's in her solar system, when he's inside of her. So playful with the words as always. And then we have track 8, Mona Lisa, featuring Kendrick Lamar. Wayne and Kendrick deliver a lyrical onslaught while narrating a fake orchestrated robbery, which I thought was pretty funny. And then we have Open Letter. Wayne pens an open letter in the form of a song addressing his mindset, family, friends, fans, and life in general. Then we have Took His Time. On this record, Wayne says, we're the paper and the drugs, though, at your neighbor with the snub nose. I be seen with the unseen, you been seen with the unknowns. All you bitches in the done zone, all my bitches in the fun zone. Swallowing all my unburned, say it tastes like a love song. So right there you can see Wayne is still witty with the punchlines. And then we have Perfect Strangers. On his record, Wayne has a heart-to-heart with himself and discusses the monotony of sleeping with different women every night. And it's at this point that Wayne no longer recognizes himself, because on the song he says he's staring in the mirror looking for a smile with the diamonds, and he no longer sees that. So he's basically at a point in his life where he no longer recognizes who he is. And maybe he wants to change that so he can get back to smiling like he once did. And then we have track 23, which I think was a very enlightening track. It's called Let It All Work Out. Wayne addresses his attempted suicide as a child. Because we know previously Wayne had shot himself when he was a kid, but I didn't know that it was because he was trying to commit suicide. And that's how he ended up shooting himself. He says, I found my mama's pistol where she always hide it. I cried, put it to my head and thought about it. Nobody was home to stop me. So I called my auntie, hung up, Then put the gun up to my heart and pondered. Too much was on my conscience to be smart about it. Too torn apart about it. I aimed where my heart was pounding. I shot it, and I woke up with blood all around me. It's mine. I didn't die, but as I was dying, God came to my side and we talked about it. He sold me another life and he made me a prophet. So basically, he's saying that when Wayne was going to take his life, God spared him, and he spared him because he believed that Wayne would be someone who would spread a particular message, and thus you get that he made a prophet. So as you can see with a lot of these records, it's very introspective. We seen Wayne probably in his most vulnerable state by far in albums. So I thought that was pretty cool for him to, open up, because it's been about 7 years between Carter 3 and Carter 4. So it's finally good to hear some new music by him. But anyway, moving on. Sleepers, we have Uproar, What About Me featuring Sosa Man, Famous featuring Reginae Carter, which is his daughter, Dope Niggas featuring Snoop Dogg, Hit Us, Open Safe, Start This Shit Off Right featuring Ashanti and Mac Main. This record also has production from Manny Fresh. Then you have Demon, Mess, and Dope New Gospel featuring Nivea, which is one of the mothers of his children. Skips, we have Dedicate, Problems, and Used To. My personal favorites for this album are Don't Cry, Let It Fly, Can't Be Broken, Dark Side of the Moon, What About Me, Open Letter, Dope Niggas, Took His Time, and Let It All Work Out. My overall conclusion, as I said earlier, Wayne is vulnerable throughout this album. He's speaking upon his mindset, him dealing with an attempted suicide, him having a heart-to-heart with himself, how he's sleeping with all these different women, and how when he looks in the mirror, he doesn't seem the same person that he was, I guess, early in his career. And at times the subject matter starts to become repetitive in between certain songs. Like, it's like the same rhyming of subjects or whatever. And I thought it was an okay album. I gave it a 20 out of 23, which comes out to an 87%. So overall, it was a pretty cool album. I think with this album, you're going to have to give it multiple listens, because my first time through, I wasn't really feeling it at first. And then after my second and third time, I had more of a grasp of the entire album, because I guess I was able to, have it on my mind a little longer. And certain songs that I didn't think were good became more decent and more playable for me as I listened to it several other times. But anyways, if you're a fan of Wayne, and even if you're not, be sure to pick up his album. If you enjoyed my review, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.